Two former Minneapolis police officers found guilty on federal charges of violating George Floyd's civil rights have been sentenced. J. Alexander King will spend 3 years behind bars, and Tu Tawo was sentenced to 3.5 years. Both are also required to complete 2 years of supervised release when their prison sentences end. Let's bring in NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster now. Shaq, the recommended sentencing range was 4.25 to 5.25 years. Both officers got less than that. So what did the judge say today, and how is Floyd's family responding?
Well, we heard this judge express a lot of sympathy towards the officers involved. These are the two officers who were not directly related. This is not Chauvin, who had the knee on George Floyd's neck, but who was involved in restraining and also holding back the crowd. And the judge said that this was a serious event. It resulted in death, but he understood the plight of these officers. One of these officers being a rookie officer. The other, he said, was a kind-mannered officer. And he also mentioned getting a lot of letters from people who supported these two former officers. While the judge made that sentence, you heard the prosecution object to at least one of the sentences, and you heard from the family of George Floyd, who wasn't happy with what they saw. Listen here.
Right now, I'm really disappointed. The sentence, particularly for Tu Tao, didn't really seem to match the crime to me. I was asking for the maximum sentence. He barely even got within the guidelines. So I'm saddened, but I suppose we have to take all these little small triumphs and know that we're going to move forward.
That was Courtney Ross, George Floyd's girlfriend. She did speak during the sentencing. What happens next? It's not over for these former officers. There's a state trial for aiding and abetting the murder and manslaughter of George Floyd that they'll have in October. But legal observers say that with this sentencing now, it's a chance, at least, that they'll combine that sentence and there may be a plea deal in the future.
Trials the whole country and world will be watching. Shaq Brewster, thank you.